Hello, welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are new here, for my subscribers, hello, I love you guys. So today we are going to attempt maybe a 24-hour reading challenge. It is December 29th. The new year is in, counting today, 29, 30, 31. 3 days, and I am 3 books away from my 50 book Goodreads reading challenge goal. So we are going to attempt a 24-hour reading challenge, but it's going to be like 24 hours or 3 books, whichever happens first. So I have a few already on deck. I am in the middle of reading The Housemaid by Frida McFadden on Kindle Unlimited. I just downloaded, I don't know if it's A Girl Called Samson or The Girl Called Samson, but Chelsea from the What We Said podcast raved about it a few months ago, and they have it available as an audiobook as well through Kindle Unlimited. So I figured I'd do that because then I'll be able to maximize my time while I'm cleaning and painting my nails and all these other things that I wanted to get done before the new year, just to kind of start with a clean, fresh, put together slate. And then the third book, it was literally at the tip of my tongue, and I forgot. Oh, I'm reading Normal People by Sally Rooney. So I already started that one, and I read, I don't know how many, I have it right here, hold on. I know I'm on chapter 10 of The Housemaid. I don't know how many pages that is. And then I'm on page 78 of Normal People by Sally Rooney. So I'm really hopeful, because Normal People is only 270 something pages, and I didn't see how many hours A Girl Called Samson is, but I don't remember it being, it was either 400 maybe, I can't recall. But The Housemaid has been breezing past, so I think that one's going to be the one that I end up finishing first, just because it's a thriller, it's just going. But I realized that I'm also simultaneously reading 3 books. And for those of you that are going to ask me the question that everyone in my real life asks me, how do I read so many books at a time? Just more than 1 at a time, much less 3. I do it because they're different genres, so I don't get the plot lines confused. I've made the mistake of reading 2 romance books back to back, or kind of overlapping the beginning of one with the end of another, and it confused the heck out of me. So now I stick to different genres to be able to do it. And for those of you that say that listening to audiobooks is not reading, first of all, I think you're wrong. But second of all, I would love for you to sound off in the comments and give me an explanation as to why you don't think it's reading, because I'm genuinely curious to know. I've never met anyone in my real life who doesn't think of audiobooks as reading, but I know that there are some of you out there, so I'd love to know what your opinion is on that. But my room is a hot mess express right now, literally hot mess central. And so I'm going to put on my audiobook and just kind of get to cleaning and everything like that. And then I got some new makeup, so I want to try it out and do my nails. So that's probably going to take a few hours. I know that I'm not reading 24 hours straight. I'll just get that out of the way. I do have plans later tonight. Tomorrow I don't have any plans, so that's going to be my greatest bet, my biggest bet. I can't remember the saying. For getting multiple hours in a row of reading. So we'll see how that goes. But like I said, 24 hours or 3 books, whichever comes first, I'm just trying to meet my goal. So I'm going to get to it. Wish me luck. Hello. I hope I don't look literally insane at this angle, but it has been, I think I started all of this at 1:30, and now it is 5:15. So it's been quite a while. I've been reading for 3 hours and some minutes. I'm not gonna even attempt. Oh, did it flip upside down? Whatever. I'm not even gonna attempt to do math. But I've been listening to. Oh, I did my nails. It's like a white with like a chrome powder on it. I got chrome powder for Christmas. Thank you to my brother for getting me that. Anyway, I've been listening to a girl called Samson, and it's good. I understand why Chelsea was like raving about it, because especially listening, the story is so captivating. Like I just feel, because it's told in first person and the author is so descriptive, it really just like puts you in the place. It's also historical fiction. It's based in the time of the Revolutionary War. And essentially this, it gives you Deborah's kind of like upbringing, and like basically gives you a little bit of context on her personality so that you understand her motivations, for wanting to basically pull a Mulan and like cut all her hair off, enlist in the war, etc., etc. This book has done more for me than any of my US history classes combined in in high school, in middle school, in college. I've never learned more than I have by listening to this book. So that's been really nice. One thing that's really funny is that I'm listening to the book in 2 times speed and or double speed, I don't know, whatever. And when the author or the narrator like will pretend to cry or like emote essentially so that it's not just like plain reading, it sounds so ridiculous. Um right now I think that this book is shaping up to be like a 3.5, like better than average. I'm really enjoying it. I'm not necessarily a historical fiction person. A lot of the historical fiction that I read is actually based in World War II, which for some reason I've just come to really enjoy. I can appreciate where this book is going, and the character is really the draw of it. That's not necessarily so much like her experience that you become endeared to, it's her. But I don't know, maybe the second half, the Kindle says that I have 3 hours left, but that I'm 54% in. So maybe the second half of the book will take us to a new place where I decide to fall in love with the character even more or with the story. But so far it's just been really good. It's like if I wanted to, for example, like put on a show and just watch a documentary that I've never seen and just be like, oh, that was good. This is kind of how I feel about that. And I don't know if that has to do more with the fact that I'm not like super jazzed about history or about this book in particular, but I'm really enjoying it, and that's great for now. It is 5:15, like I said. My plans are at like 7. I'm debating if I'm getting hungry, because if I am, I'll probably listen to more of a girl called Samson and just, cook and eat and whatever. But I don't know. I like want to listen to more of it, but I also am I'm well enough into Normal People that I'm like, okay, I want to get back to it. So I'm probably just gonna give myself probably like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes of just relaxing, giving my ears a break from the freaking headphones and like my brain a rest from being so intent on listening and doing a task. And just chill here for a few minutes, but I'll let you guys know when I get back to it and what I end up picking. I decided I was gonna like take a little break and just watch a YouTube video, and I just want you guys to see what my categories are. Recommended, subscriptions, podcasts, culinary arts, all normal. Normal. Next, chicken, oven, comedy, baking, jazz. Like, in case anybody, oh my god, I can't. In case anybody wanted to know literally anything about me, my interests are chicken, oven, and comedy. Thank you. I've made a decision. It's really been like over an hour since I talked to you guys, but my plans got canceled. So that stinks. But to make up for it, I'm going to bake a cake. So I have all the ingredients to bake the cake, but I realized that I don't have any frosting. It's like a devil's food cake, and I don't have chocolate frosting, and I also don't have like chocolate chips. And the thought of eating just cake without frosting is literally awful to me. So we're gonna go to Publix and we're gonna pick up some frosting really quickly. And for that reason, and also for the reason that I just don't feel like holding a book in my hands, or even my Kindle, we are going to continue A Girl Called Samson. And yeah, that's kind of what I've decided. Like, the more I film this vlog, the less it is like, first of all, it's not a vlog, it's a reading challenge. That just goes to show you where my mind's at. Like, I literally just feel like we're on FaceTime, like we're chatting. Like, I'm literally just, we're checking in. You're my best friend. What's going on? So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. I wanted to show you guys my outfit because it's cute and you guys only see what appears to be my baggy ready t-shirt. So, phone cam. I have this oversized t-shirt from Cotton On. That's Guns N' Roses. I'm wearing flare little leggings. These are crossover leggings. I literally got them from TJ Maxx, but they look just like the ones from Aerie. And then this is the funniest part. These are my little fake Birkenstocks. My boyfriend's brother calls them potatoes, because they look like little potatoes, but they're the brand Cushionaire. I got them at TJ Maxx for $30. Oh, my socks. They say I'd hit that, and they have a pinata. My watch, which is super cute, was a gift from my parents for Christmas. So thank you to my parents. And then these cute little bracelets my boyfriend's mom got me, and it has like a G on it and a little cross, and they're just super cute. But yeah, oh my god. Please do not see my literally my rat tail of a braid. It's okay. I literally look slimy and nasty because I have rosemary oil in my hair because I'm trying to grow my hair out. And the slicks of these like slick back whatevers is like giving me balding. So yeah, I'm gonna take my frumpy self and we're gonna listen to A Girl Called Samson and go get chocolate frosting from Publix. See you on the road. Actually, I will not see you on the road because I am a safe driver. I will show you maybe when I get to Publix, because Publix is the best place on earth and maybe they'll have something interesting there. I doubt it. Literally, what am I saying? I'll see you guys later. Bye. Okay. I'm circling back because my plans were uncanceled, and so now my plans are back on. I'm still staying in this outfit because it's just with my best friend, so no need to be anything more than as I am. However, there may not be cake. I'm bringing the cake mix with me, but it's like 50-50 whether or not I'm actually gonna make it, so we'll see. Let them eat cake, said that one French lady, and I agree. What else did I have to say? Oh, that's because we're talking about reading. Anyway, because my plans are back on, I probably will listen to A Girl Called Samson on the car ride there and then not read anything else for the rest of the night. So yeah, we'll probably pick this back up tomorrow. It's 6:45 now. And yeah, so I'll see you guys bright-eyed and bushy-tailed in the morning because I have no plans other than to go to the gym. So we're gonna get a lot of reading done tomorrow. I believe I'm like 20 hours in, so I think the drive is gonna get me, I'm like 20 and a half hours, so I think it'll get to a flat 20 hours left by the time my drive is over. And then tomorrow we'll attempt to tackle the 20 hours. Don't ask me how I'm gonna do that. I'm really praying that I can get through 3 books before the 20 hours because we might need to read on New Year's Eve. Wake up early to read. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I can actually insert a little title card in right now and let you guys know what happens. But maybe you should just watch and find out. Do you think I'm gonna finish? Yes or no? Comment down below. Okay. No, you hang up. No. Okay, bye. The cake was made. The fun was had. The comfies are on. And I listened to 45 minutes of A Girl Called Samson. So now we're at 19 hours and 49 minutes. And I downloaded A Girl Called Samson on my Kindle because it's starting to get juicy. At like 60% in, so we're gonna continue to read. I have on the TV, oh my god, just some ambiance. I learned my lesson last time I did this from freaking staying up. I got delusional, number one. But there's literally, go watch my other reading vlog because it's so funny. There's literally a video of me being like, so yeah, I'm basically gonna read until I get too tired, and then I'm gonna fall asleep. The real question is, am I gonna fall asleep with the lights on, or am I going to be of sound enough mind to turn the lights off and crawl back into bed? Cast your vote down below. Will she fall asleep with the lights on? But yeah, like I said, tomorrow I don't have any plans. For a second I thought this wasn't recording. But yeah, tomorrow I don't have any plans, so hopefully if the weather's good, we'll read outside at the park because I've been itching to get outside, but it's been so nasty and rainy and gross. And honestly cold. It was in like the 60s the other day. It's supposed to be in the 50s for New Year's. So I'm going to be shivering in Florida. I literally don't even own a cute long sleeve top. But that's besides the point, because by New Year's, we'll be celebrating the fact that I hit 50 books and reached my goal. So I just downloaded, I just said this, but I downloaded A Girl Called Samson onto my Kindle. So let's see really quickly what percent I'm at in all of the books that I'm reading. I'm 64% in A Girl Called Samson, 17% in The Housemaid, and I'm still like 80 pages into Normal People by Sally Rooney. So I would read The Housemaid to like get my pulse all going, you know what I mean? Get me like almost antsy so I can stay up with adrenaline. But I don't want to have a nightmare. So I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna read, and I'll see you guys in the morning. I've made a mistake. I slept in. Oh my goodness. It's like 9:15 right now. And I wanted to get up at like 7. Granted, if I wanted to get up, I probably should have set an alarm. Oh my gosh. I'm so tired. Ugh. What was I gonna say? Honestly, A Girl Called Samson has been my best friend because I love being able to listen to a book while I do other things. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. And then I think I'm gonna hit The Housemaid next, because for some reason after talking about it last night, I realized that I'm actually more intrigued by it than I realized. Because it's a Freida McFadden book, and everyone claims that it's really, really good. And from what I've read, it's, like, a little confusing, but we're still at the point where, in The Housemaid, we're still at the point where you can't tell if this is, like, the protagonist being, like, essentially dramatic, or if their fears or concerns or, like, underlying gut feeling is, like, worth having, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, because obviously, like, it's valid. If you feel that way, you feel that way, but, like, you guys know what I mean. Like, is it justified for them to have that feeling? So I'll probably read that next, just because, oh my goodness, I think I was listening to and reading at the same time A Girl Called Samson last night, and as you guys saw, I turned off the lights. I got tired. I went to bed at like 11 something, like 11:30 probably. So that's probably what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna listen while I get ready, and then we'll just sit and hopefully knock out the rest while I like have my coffee, and check the weather and see if we're able to go to the park in hammock. So anyway, okay, I'll see you guys. Oh, I guess maybe I should update about Girl Called Samson. I don't know if I've actually talked about the book, but basically, as you guys can tell by the cover, and I'm pretty sure I didn't read the synopsis. This is completely based off of an influencer's recommendation, but it's about this girl who joins the Revolutionary War. Like I said, she pulls a Mulan. And up until this point, it's kind of just been her own boring experience. And just honestly, like, chapters of her just being frightened and, like, figuring out how to pee in front of guys and moving camps and all this stuff. But recently we've gotten more into, like, the war and action part of the book, which has been kind of interesting, because even in the fight scenes, like, I think you grow accustomed to, like, oh, they're shooting with guns, whatever, but then she, like, mentions that she uses a bayonet and a hatchet, and it just, I don't know, I think that it's interesting, those little tidbits of information that kind of remind you of the time period. Right now, she's kind of at an impasse. She's reached another conflict, and, it's kind of up to somebody else, her fate. Not necessarily her fate, but, like, the resolution of this conflict is kind of in the hands of someone else. So we're waiting to see what happens with that. Like I said, I'm still kind of holding on to my opinion that this is a 3-5. But I'm still enjoying it nonetheless. I think it's a really interesting story, especially if you're interested in the Revolutionary War. It actually talks a lot about the tactics that were used in that war, and, like, who was where, and the political kind of turmoil that it caused. It's not direct, like, a nonfiction book. It's kind of just, like, for example, if your friends were gossiping and that gossip ended up being, like, really important to the political history of America, that's what it would be. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. So I'm just, like I said, we're just gonna keep on trucking on. I think when I was reading and listening at the same time, I had to increase the audiobook speed, so I think I have about 2 hours left in the book. So that'll put us just around noon, I think, if I end up listening and reading and listening to it straight through. And that'll put us at about noon, and then I'll have essentially, like, 10 hours to hopefully get through the other 2 books, so that I don't have to continue this on New Year's Eve. But we'll see. I am 1 book down and 2 to go. It's now 11:38, so literally like 11:40. I just finished A Girl Called Samson. Like I was saying from the beginning, it's a 3-5. It was good. Everything wrapped itself up and tied it in a little bow. I definitely recommend reading the author's note if you read that book or are planning on reading it, because she does speak a little bit about the real Deborah Sampson, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, I'm so tired, you guys, for some reason. So I'm gonna have a coffee. I think I just made lunch, so I'm eating now, but I think I'm gonna continue reading in, like, maybe 30 minutes. I'm just gonna give my brain, like, a little bit of a break. And then I said I was gonna start The Housemaid, but the more I am, like, thinking of it, I kind of want to read Normal People. So I'll let you guys know what I end up doing with that. But I'm pretty hopeful. I think that I can finish Normal People probably by, like, dinner time, and then we'll see what ends up happening with The Housemaid, because it's a very quick read. Let me actually, I have my Kindle right here. Let's see how many pages. 353 pages. That's a pretty normal. 7 hours and 3 minutes to read. Okay, well, let's hope it doesn't take 7 hours. I'm 20% in already. So yeah, so actually that might work out. If I finish Normal People by dinner time, so like 5 o'clock, then I can probably finish The Housemaid by the time I go to bed. And if not, finish it up tomorrow morning. I don't know. I really should not take a break. I think maybe I'll take my 30-minute break into a 10-minute break, because I'm so close. I'm so close. Okay. I'm gonna finish my lunch, drink my coffee, or maybe bring my coffee to go if I can find my travel mug and go read at the park. So that way I can change my environment, get some sun, get some fresh air, and crack down. That's like what people say like when they're finding criminals. I can't even remember any phrase. I have no words left in my brain. I am going to work on reading the other books. Okay, done talking because I have no more words. Okay, bye. Good. It felt like I was reading somebody's diary. So like it almost felt like invasive in a sense. But I don't know, I really enjoyed it. This is definitely general fiction rather than a romance, even though it is centered completely around a romance because it's more introspective, I guess you could say, of both characters. But I really enjoyed it. I think this is like a 3.5, a 3.75. I liked it. And now we're 2 books down, 1 to go. Woohoo! Hello. So I took a quick little break. It is now 5:30. I watched some YouTube just to get some mindless entertainment that I didn't have to be super focused on. Made some dinner. And now I just put a hair mask in my hair, so I'm waiting for that to do its thing. So I'm going to read The Housemaid. Like I said earlier, there's about 7 hours, I think it said, it takes to read this book. So I'm hoping, it's 5:30 now, if I can read it in 5 hours, then I'll be done by the time I go to bed, which is usually like 10:30. And I'll update you guys with what I can. The hard thing about doing a reading vlog with a mystery or thriller book is that like you really don't know what's a spoiler until the book is like over, you know what I mean? Because sometimes these books take like really innocuous scenes and at the end are like, here are all the things you missed, and this is how I crafted my master plan to murder my husband, or whatever the case may be. So I'll see how much I can say. I guess I'll find out in the edit how much ends up making it in there. But like I said earlier, not much is really happening in the book. I haven't really gotten to the root of any of the issues. It's kind of just all the context and lead up, so we'll see where it goes. I'm enjoying it so far. It's really fast paced, like, and easy to read. The scenes are pretty simple and short, so I think I won't have any trouble getting it done tonight, so I'm really excited about that. I only have 14 hours left. I think I'm gonna ditch the 24-hour challenge. I started it initially just because when I did a 24-hour reading challenge, I was able to read 3 books. So in my head, I equated, okay, I need 24 hours to, like, if I read for 24 hours, then I'll be able to meet my goal. But clearly, I have been able to expedite that process, and that is a lot to do with having an audiobook. So I realize I'm now obsessed with audiobooks. I listen to a lot of podcasts, so it makes sense that audiobooks would be such a great way to like absorb new information that's not just people talking. I listen to a lot of like pop culture podcasts, so like people just talking about, you know, whatever they feel. So this has been a really great discovery for me, and the fact that Kindle Unlimited does that is amazing. Again, kisses to whoever invented that because you're awesome. One thing I did want to say is that if you are part of a Spotify Premium family plan, only the owners of the account, like the owners, have access to the audiobooks on Spotify Premium, which I think is rank, and thumbs down to Spotify. So basically my parents have access to audiobooks with a Spotify Premium account, but I, as like a child of the family plan, do not have access, which sucks. And I'm not gonna pay for my own plan because that's why I'm on my family's plan. But anyway, all of that being said, sorry to those of you who are watching this because you thought it was a 24-hour reading vlog. No, I'm just kidding. I'll probably like adjust the title accordingly and maybe like put a disclaimer at the beginning of this video. But I think this is good because now I know, I'm not going to do math right now, but I would say it's probably about like 10 hours that it took me to read 2 books, which is just, we love the data, we love the knowledge. So now I know I'm clearly capable of reading way more than I thought I was. But I also do read pretty long books. So anyway, all of that to say, we're ditching the 24-hour readathon. I'm gonna finish The Housemaid hopefully by tonight, and I will tell you guys what I can tell you, hopefully, and just try and be like as vague as possible so that you guys can have an interesting reading vlog. But I will see you guys when I see you. Hello. I'm now 41% in. It is 7:15. I'm breezing through this book, which I didn't expect. I also thought about it while I was showering, and I was thinking that I can say any assumption I want. And those of you that have read The Housemaid by Frida McFadden will either laugh at me or be like, oh my god, how does she know already? And those of you that haven't, I'm just not gonna say if I was right or wrong at the end. So, I'm not gonna give it all away. I'm not give it all away, but you know, I'm not gonna say too much. But we finally have gotten to a point where I'm starting to understand there's like a few more answers than there were in the beginning. And you kind of get the reasoning behind why she's so maybe justified in her like fear of the woman who hired her to clean the house. But I will say, I don't know if this is just like my be suspicious of everybody because you're reading a mystery novel brain, or if this is like, I don't know, like all these movies I've seen that are like the man kills the wife, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like she should be a little bit worried about the husband. Like, something to me is not adding up. And that's fine. But I don't know. That's all I have to say about that. But I will say that this book is making me, it doesn't give me anxiety, but like with the temperament of her like boss, like the lady who owns the house or whatever, I'm literally like, oh my god, like I'm just waiting for her to get in trouble every single second. Like it just makes me nervous to like she can do even like something that's not even bad. Like not that she does, whatever. Basically anything she does, I'm just waiting for her to like get caught, get in trouble, get whatever. And so the whole time I'm reading it, I'm like speed reading, trying to figure out like, I'm like nervous about it, what's gonna happen next. And I guess that means that Frida McFadden's a good writer. Or it means that I have anxiety. So, whatever. I am now going to make a hot cocoa ball that I never made for Christmas and enjoy it and read my book. So, I'll see you hopefully when my book is done. I just got to part 2 of this book and I have never been more confused in my life. I literally can't say anything because it would be a spoiler. And for those of you that know, you know. What is going on? That book was insane. Now I see why people freaking rave about it. I will say, the ending, there's one portion of the ending that I don't like. I think it all wraps up a little bit too neatly. Like, the solution for the problem is like, yeah, sure. But as you just saw, my jaw's on the floor. My jaw's on the floor. I wouldn't say it was a 5-star read because I like didn't really care about the main character. So definitely 4 or 5, but that was so good. And it's 9:25 and I finished all 3 books.
Congratulations.
50 books, 50 books, 50 books, 50 books. Woo! You guys, I'm so excited. I kind of didn't believe in myself. Yay! Well, with that, that's the end of this video, I guess. Thank you guys. Let me set myself up properly. thank you guys so much for watching and for being here and for supporting the channel. This was really just like, I don't know. I just am really proud of myself. I think at the beginning of this year, I didn't have any idea where reading would take me, what an amazing just journey this has been. I mean, granted, it hasn't been a long journey, but I think that, like, by starting my channel and just creating a community with all of you, it has just been such a wonderful, wonderful journey, and I can't wait to see where it takes us in the next year, and I'm just so happy. And I think that reaching my reading goal is kind of the perfect cherry on top to all of this, because I am on the internet and I have this community and I have these desires, and I don't know, people watch because of the books, you know what I mean? I would assume, and hopefully because of me, just a little bit because you guys like me, but because of the books, and I'm so happy that I did it. So yeah, I'm still gonna keep my 50 book goal for 2024 because, y'all, by the skin of my teeth, y'all, this video I could not remember a single common phrase. What are they called? I can't remember, but if I remember, I'll put the word here. But I really was scraping by, so we're gonna keep the same goal and hopefully exceed it next year. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, for subscribing. If you're not subscribed already, you know where the button is. Leave a comment if you read these books, especially if you read The Housemaid. Please give me your thoughts. Follow me on Instagram at Books with Bloom. I post a little infrequently, but that is where I post a bit more often. And I'm usually posting all of my book updates on Goodreads, so follow me there as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one.